Alright guys, I'm going to go over how you can dominate your local market. And sometimes as investors, it's important to have relationships and communication with other investors, and I'm sure you guys know this already, but it's very important to stay in touch with agents as well. So my video today, guys, is I'm going to show you how to use Podio, Globiflow to make that dominating your local market as easy as hitting a button. Okay, so what you'll see is sometimes to get your property sold when you're wholesaling is you want to contact these agents that have had properties with problems that they've either sold or have had the buyer that bought them. Because sometimes what will happen when you contact those agents, maybe that same buyer will be looking to buy your home. Or maybe that listing agent, maybe that person has a second home they're looking to sell. So sometimes you'll come across this. So it's very important to contact those agents within a half-mile radius of your property. So sometimes it can be a lot of agents. So I wanted to automate that and bring them a monster workflow for you guys to use to save you some time. Okay, so first off, for me, one market that we're starting to work on right now is the Jacksonville market. So what you're going to see here is this is my inventory. So my inventory has a lot of stuff here. This is the house that we have under market, comps, average comps, year built, everything. And this is all important. So I've got my systems where I can send out an email, a template to somebody with all this stuff in here, or a catalog of all my inventory. But I'll go over that in another video. But so in order for you to find out which properties have sold for cash, I've found the best way is to use a realtor. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to give that realtor your subject property and ask them to pull all the homes that have sold for, if it's a city, if it's in the country. That's all going to depend, but I would say on average it's a half a mile out. And I give my agent keywords, okay, and I'll include these keywords in the bottom of this video for you, but I give them a list of keywords that will bring up comps. For instance, handyman special, as is, investor special, flashlight, boots. These are all keywords that you'll see agents will put in the description of a home that is less than perfect, right down our alley. So when I get this link, guys, what you're going to see here is cash buyer agents link. This is my comps link, and this is my Dropbox link with the photos, okay? So what happens here is when I add in this link, automatically what will happen is my assistant will get a task: add cash buyer agents to cash realtor. Okay, I'll give you this. That's a very simple workflow. Okay, so when an item is updated in my inventory, that's the workspace that we're in. Peter's company is a workspace, and inventory is the app that we're in. If the cash buyer's agent link is changed and the property address contains Florida or FL, then my assistant will automatically get this add cash buyer agents to cash realtors app. Please click on this link. So I'll send you the link automatically. Follow the instructions in the below video. You're going to build a list. I've got LA as listing agents, SA as selling agents, and what I do, guys, is I create an unlisted YouTube video so that if my assistant ever has any questions, Those are the instructions to tell her how to do it specifically. So it's very important in your business that you've got continuity, you've got things that are being done the same way every single time, and by doing it this way, this allows for that to be the case. Okay, so this is my work manual for my business. So okay, anyway, I digress. So this part is not necessary. You don't want to add that in there. I put that in there because we're just testing this app. So this part is not necessary, but I have a cash buyer's agents link. Values change. They get this task. Assign task in Podio. Okay, so she gets that task, and then what she does is what you're going to see. She clicks on the link that's provided, and this is the Jacksonville, Florida market. So their MLS, the way they do it is, what you can see in the property is the listing agent, Cheryl's her cell phone, and her email address. Okay. Selling agent, Tom Boris, mobile phone number, fax number, email. So what you're going to see, that guys, is we were able to find 6 listings that sold. So with that information, this allows for us to communicate with these agents pretty easily. So I created a Cash Realtors app. So what will happen is she's going to add, going there, she's going to associate the property address, which I've got, which you can see right here is relationship, meaning I've got this tied in with the property address and inventory. Okay, so when she goes to add something, that they're right here. Okay, now what you're going to see here is the type of agent. She has to pick selling agent or listing agent. This is very important because when you communicate with the selling agent, you're going to have a different type of email, different type of text than the listing agent. Okay, and you're going to put in the property address, name, full name, first name, what type of phone that she could pull, cell phone, work, realtor's phone, formatted phone number, and what you're going to see here is I was having problems when my system would add in a number, right? She might do something like this, which doesn't make sense, okay? Or, you know, I think I have one too many numbers. So I formatted it so this would automatically format over here to the correct number. We've got the realtor's email, second email, and next action. Okay, so what would happen is she would create this list, put this all in here, and as soon as she created this list, she got a task right at the bottom. Send Cash Realtors text and email. Okay, so we're in the Cash Realtors app, so that means that we're going to go down here and look at this task. Okay, when items created, okay, what you're going to see here is that she gets a task that says this, please send, and I give her video instructions. See the instructions as well, guys. You'll see exactly how it's done. But with those video instructions, she knows how to do it every single time the correct way, which it's not rocket science, but just in case. Okay, so what's going to happen is my assistant will then upload all of this there. Now, this is not a good lead, this one. So we got the selling agent, cash buyer address, street address, okay, MLS number, who the agent is, their first name, their cell phone number, and this one was work, and then their email. Okay, so what you're going to see here, the way I have this set up is if the type of agent is selected as the selling agent, and let's go into GlobiFlow. Okay, so when an item's updated, cash realtor, if it's not equal to send email, and it is equal to send email, and also equal to the selling agent being selected, type of agent being the selling agent, I'll send out this specific email. Okay, so the email goes like this. It's from me. I'm sending it to the realtor's email, which you can, it's right there. Okay, and then if there's a second email provided, I put it there as well. Quick question. The property street address goes right here. Hey, their first name, and then I know you recently represented a cash buyer for the purchase of the property located at this address, and I wanted to share with you a property located very close to that property for sale. The property is located, full address, the property is being sold at a sweet discount, is perfect, and is a perfect, it's perfect for your cash buyer. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse me. So we've been doing lots of tests on this. Is your cash buyer picking up more properties? Call me for details on the property, pricing, and referral fees. Ron. Right? Contact. Bam. Okay. And then what I had underneath that is update this cash realtor to email property, and then add a comment, current date, so it's like a timestamp. When they send that, it automatically adds to the comment log. So let's go back to that particular lead. So she got it. 24 hours later, she sent the email. Bam. Here's the proof. Now, what you're not seeing here is that because this type of phone is selected as work, then she really can't send a text message. Okay? This has to be cell. So basically, my assistant just did all the work, sent an email out to that agent referring to the property that they had their buyer buy, and also giving them address of the new property and telling them it's a sweet discount. People will call. They will call automatically. Okay. Now, what I've also done is I give the ability to send a text message. Okay, so if I had email property info, then that will email to them, the agent. If I had sent SMS, well, guess what? That will actually send them a text as well. And I'll show you that workflow as well. Okay, so what you're going to see here is that the best way to send text messages I found is actually being able to put that message into the body of your comments on the side and just easily send it that way. So you're going to need this workflow. When a comment is added, okay, to my cash realtors, if that comment contains SMS colon, that's not colon, yep, colons, then the action, create a new variable, SMS text. So basically what this is saying is that I'm going to send them a text when I have SMS, excuse me, colon in there, followed by my comment. Okay, and the trigger comment can be anything that you want it to be. So I have that the message will come from this. Now, when you send a text message via GlobeFlow, it comes from a weird number. So I put this in every single message that I send out so that the person knows that it's coming from us. Okay, and then this is whatever the message is that I put in after my trigger comment right here. Okay, so yeah, feel free to copy this as well. You know, I'll also put that in the, you know what, if you guys actually have a Facebook page, Real Estate Automation Fanatics, if you click on there, then I will add that stuff there so that you can just get some of the free tools that I'm going to put out there for you. So, okay, this is a text. This allows for me to put a comment in there. Example, if I put hi and add this, they will get a text message that says hi. Now what happens when they respond back? So that brings me to the next thing. Response. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to select when an SMS text reply is received. Okay, so when it's received, I have it being add a comment to this item. So I have it time stamped. It's going to say message from, phone number, and whatever message they replied. Okay, and this is all going to be within this comment log right here. It's beautiful. So that means that you can text from within this app with ease. So what will happen, and let's go back to that workflow, I will also assign a task to my assistant. So when a text comes back, I want to be alerted about it. I want to know right away. So what will happen is, excuse me, as soon as I get that back, then my assistant will be alerted with a text. Please check comment section to see text sent by real estate agent, call back agent to answer all questions immediately. Check inventory for property descriptions. See what I'm doing here, guys? I'm automating this process. I don't want to be responding to the text messages. I don't want to be calling them. I don't want to be sending them out, right? I want my business to be doing that. The less I do, the more money I make. That's what they say, right? So, okay, let's go here. So what you're going to see here is when I do the text, here's my workflow. Okay. So when the item is updated in my cash realtors, okay, basically send text message. I'm saying if this is not selected, but now it is selected, the text message, but send text message button, and the type of phone is equal to the cell. This is important. I can't send a text message to the work line, so my assistant will flag it as a cell. And if the type of agent is equal to selling agent. Now, what you're seeing here, guys, is I'm sending a specific message to the specific type of agent that we've got, who's got a cell phone. Okay? Hey, realtor's first name. I have a sweet deal for your cash buyer who bought that address. Cheap property at that address, at my address. Call me for pricing. Right? So what you notice here about this workflow is all I'm doing is adding a comment to the item. Right? Because if you remember in that past workflow, anything in the comment section that has this SMS colon followed by this is going to be text to somebody. And then what I have here is I have update the app. Okay? So automatically, if I send that text message to them, and my text message is down here, next action. Okay? I hit this or this, it's going to send the specific email or the specific text associated with this type of agent. Okay, so and then these are my stage of the call, so I know from out here who's received, if they received a text message, if they received an email. Okay, I'll tell you this, guys, this is a way for you to contact this many people within, I don't know, 2 minutes. You know, and the way you have it set up is going to determine if how many people that you can do, and really you do nothing. Okay, so when I say that, meaning is I have it set up where every little change, there's a task associated for them to do something specifically. And this just, you know, what would take me 2 hours to call more than 2 hours to call these people it takes me a couple minutes of sending a text, and or an email, and I get people to respond. So let me know if you have any questions or not. Find us on Facebook under Real Estate Automation Fanatics. All right. Bye-bye.